Well, we've not even seen the back of June yet, but it already feels real, doesn't it, the new season, with the fixtures having come out today?
Yeah, I always think the day the fixtures are announced is the day that you really start the new season, certainly in supporters' eyes, because I guess necessarily after the season, frankly, particularly when you've had a poor one, you need a couple of weeks for everybody to sort of draw a line under it. And whilst a lot of work's been going on at the club, I think people are aware of that. I think the announcement of the new fixtures is the day that everybody then really does start looking forward to the new season.
So when you got these at 9 o'clock this morning, what was your first reaction as you looked down the list?
Well, I mean, the first thing, I say this every year, we knew who we were going to play, we just didn't know which order. So we've all got our own things that we look for. For me, I always look at the start. That first day of the season, who are we going to be against? I look for when we're playing newly promoted teams, relegated teams. Everybody's got their own personal interest clubs, of course. But I then look at the end of the season as well. And we're hoping come the end of the season, we're going to be up there amongst it. So I look quite closely at the last few games and I suppose allow my mind to drift as to what things will be like in those few games.
We're at home opening weekend against a Queen's Park Rangers side under a new manager, which can bring its own threat, can bring its own peril, can't it? A team with a new manager.
Yeah, yes, it can. And we then follow it with a game away at Charlton, of course, a newly promoted team. It'll be their first home game. So we played two London teams, QPR here first. As you say, new manager. They'll have made a few changes over the summer as well, but that's the same for everybody. So, the first few games, everything's a bit new. People are looking to see what new squads look like. If it's a new manager, how is he going to be setting his team? How are they going to be playing? But like everyone, QPR will be starting the season with great optimism because of those changes. And then, of course, following week we go down to Charlton, and of course they've retained their manager after a little bit of uncertainty there. Obviously buoyant from having been promoted, so that'll be an interesting game as well.
By the end of August as well, we will have played two of the teams who finished in the top six last season, both at home, Derby and Leeds. Perhaps we could lay down a little bit of a marker there.
Well, you'd hope so, but it'll be a challenge as well, and a good challenge in the same way that by the end of August we've played a team with a new manager, a newly promoted team, and as you've said, two of the last year's top six. So by the end of August, we'll have played 5 league games against a good range of opposition, including top teams. And everyone thought Leeds were arguably the best team in the league last year, although the league table didn't show that at the end. So some good challenges there, and we'll have a very clear view by the end of August as to how things look.
And skipping right through to the end of the season, it's a tough running away from home, isn't it? With successive away games against Leeds United, Bristol City, and Nottingham Forest. That's going to be a testing run, isn't it?
Yes, and like us, I would imagine they're looking at the fixture list and they're thinking to themselves, we hope to be there or thereabouts at the end of the year. So 3 tough games, 3 tough away games as well. But that time of the year, wherever you are in the league, certainly if you're where we're hoping to be at the top end of the league, all of the games are tough. And that brings pressure of its own, doesn't it? Because you're chasing those points, you're trying to finish the job off. So wherever you go, you've got a tough game on. But let's be honest, going away to Elland Road, for example, where we didn't fare that well last year, did we? That's never an easy game. And if Leeds are up there and we're up there, that'll be some game, as will the games at Bristol City and Nottingham Forest.